Hi, dear students. Today I have on this channel, I have the honor of introducing to you Dr. Shubham Saini. He has a rank 19 in this year's June 2020 AIMS exam. He has been a DAMS foundation student and a DAMS AIMS fast track TND student. I'm really proud of your achievement, Shubham. Tell me about it. कैसा लग रहा है आज?
थैंक यू सो मच सर सर मतलब आई कांट डिस्क्राइब दिस फीलिंग। मतलब जब कल रिजल्ट आया आई वाजंट इवन अवेयर कि मतलब रिजल्ट आने वाला है। तो माय जूनियर कॉल्ड मी, उन्होंने मतलब ही टोल्ड कि बॉस प्लीज चेक योर रिजल्ट एंड आई वाज लाइक कि मतलब व्हेन आई चेक माय रिजल्ट आई वाजंट बिलीविंग इट माय सेल्फ। I asked my sister to check it twice and like I literally started crying because I wasn't expecting like I could get this much rank. It's all because of like I want to thank like God, my parents, my sister, my friends, and none other than Dams. I think Dams is a clear winner here.
नहीं बेटा, you are the clear winner and you have worked really hard to get to this position. है ना? ये
Thank you,
बहुत ही
sir.
मेहनत का नतीजा है जो आज हम जिसका पूरा फल ले रहे हैं बेटा यहाँ पे. You have done very well बेटा.
Thank you,
So
sir.
बेटा, I would like to start your journey from the third year when you came and joined the DAMS foundation course. How was your
Yes, sir.
experience at that time?
Sir, I joined DAMS in 2017. It was my sixth semester. I just passed second professional, so I joined after that. And I remember first class was by Dr. Arvind sir. It was about acid-base balance. And like I was completely unaware of about the acid-base balance till then. So it was a completely new thing for me to study. And like when I started the class, it was like everything was explained by sir in such a nice manner. Like like I could totally correlate with it. So when I continued with the classes, so it started with the medicine only, and like sir was teaching it with so much of like I could build up my concept in the class, and I had the privilege to like discuss topics with my friends, and I think that is the biggest advantage that you have with the classroom teaching, that you can actually discuss topics with your friends, and definitely you can discuss with the teacher as well who is teaching you live in the class. And sir was very eager to answer every doubt that we used to ask to sir. So like class after class
How was your
yes sir. So class after class, like
continue?
it helped me build my interest in a lot of subjects. Like earlier we used to think कि नहीं, it's very boring subject, and like it helped me build my interest, and it helped me not only in the like competitive exam, but it helped me in my professional exams as well. So it helped me like to build my concepts. A foundation, I think foundation course is only meant for building up the concepts because you're not giving the exam right away. So it was 3 years that I had with myself. So I think I wanted to make my basics strong. So that is why I joined with the foundation course, and it really helped me.
I think joining early gives you that luxury of time, that you have time to understand concepts, time to build up concepts. There's no hurry into that tomorrow you have an exam, like that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir. Plus, sir, it helps you to acclimatize to the environment. Like, it's not like you're gonna prepare from like like 1 week before you start preparing, and like in 1 week you can get everything. So it's not possible. So it's all about like slow and steady wins the race.
And what about your friends and the colleagues who were attending in the same class? Did they, did you all motivate each other?
Yes, sir, like one of my friends, he got rank 7 in the November exam, and like now we have like rank in series. Like all of us, we used to go to class together and we used to discuss. And like I was like so happy that we all were in the rank list. So yes, it definitely helps to discuss things among yourselves because it helps you to build up concept and simultaneously clear your doubts also. Because one thing you may understand, one thing other person might understand it better. So it'll help you to build up your concepts together. I think it's a wonderful thing if you'll do your stuff together.
And then you followed up the foundation course with a fast track TND course also. You joined the AIMS TND, specifically focused towards AIMS. How was your
Yes,
experience
sir.
with the discussion?
Sir, I think AIMS TND is definitely like TNDs, I would say that they are to be followed after a foundation course because they will help you to integrate your concept, whatever you have learned in those past 3 years. They will help you to integrate the things. Like if one thing you have studied in the pathology, you will better correlate with pharmacology as well as in the medicine also. And there's no like clear cut distinction between the subjects. Like anything can be asked from any subject, especially in the exam like AIMS. So TND had me all of these questions. Like although like the topic, the TND was about the medicine, but they could ask about the physiology also. So and TND, like I think like it is, I really don't have words to describe. Like TND is everything. You should definitely follow up with TND. It will help you strengthen your concepts and will also help you to know where you are lagging behind. Like I used to give class tests regularly before going for the TND, and I was actually able to know like where I'm actually making the mistake. Was it my concept? Was it my fact? Or was it a silly mistake also? Because like ultimately in the end you have to give your 100%. And class tests before the TND, they will help you judge whatever you have learned in those 3-4 days before the TNDs, whether you were able to retain that thing, whether you were able to apply those things onto the questions. And the questions were framed nicely in the aims and in the integrated manner. There were visuals and they were like sequential based questions. Although like the last movement change happened, but nobody knew about that. And there's no harm in preparing for the things because the understanding remains the same.
And Shubham, talking about this, I also want to know that, I feel personally that anybody who does a foundation course,
Yes, sir.
TND blends, effortless with the foundation. Like you have the notes, you have the concept. Now you are learning the application of it. I think that is
Yes,
the
sir.
great thing that you did, and you followed it up with the right course. Any
And sir,
particular
one
teacher that you remember from the TND?
so definitely you like whatever you taught, I still remember each and everything. Whatever syndromes you have taught, like they were very interesting. Like you could make the things very simplified, and it was easy to grasp. And Dipti ma'am's class, like she really updated us with each and everything, whatever was required. Like some people say that ma'am teaches a lot, but I don't think so. Ma'am teaches bare minimum, whatever you're required to like have the basic understanding at your MBBS level should have. So I think every teacher I could like literally name everybody, especially anatomy class. I really loved that because sir taught us, sir like taught everything on the images. So like if you could expect a gross in the exam, so you will be better able to correlate that thing. So if you know the relations in anatomy, then definitely you will be able to score better. And physiology, Anupama ma'am, like I can literally name everybody. Like I really enjoyed TND, especially like I would like to give the thumbs up to my center coordinator as well. Like he opened up the center for two of us, like me and my friend, and it was his hard work as well. He used to come along with us, sit with us, and during the time of TNDs. So I think hats off to him as well.
And before I ask you any more questions, I have a surprise interviewer for you for the next question. Let me invite Dr. Deepthi to
Oh,
introduce.
Hello,
good
happy
afternoon,
Sunday.
ma'am.
Very, very well
Thank you,
done.
ma'am.
An awesome
Thank you, ma'am.
performance, and I'm sure you must be feeling on top of the world, Shubham, right?
Literally,
And
ma'am.
if I have to ask you, what do you think were the key things that helped you close to an exam? Let's say a month before the exam. What was a month or a month and a half? I know you this time the exam got postponed, so you did have a little more time. But
Yes, ma'am.
most of the students, even the ones who have been doing a lot of hard work, sometimes towards the exam, they don't know how to go about it. And sometimes that is precisely the reason why they couldn't come up to such a level. So now that you have secured such an amazing rank, I know it's a hard work throughout. It's not last 1 month, but I really want
Yes,
to
ma'am.
ask you, consolidation में क्या काम आया?
So, ma'am, like I had the like I joined the TND, so it finished on
Right.
7th of April. So it was exactly 25 days before the exam, like when it was supposed to happen on 3rd of May. So I
Right.
planned my revision. So I did it this way. So I thought, okay, I'll do two revisions just before
Okay.
the exam. And
That's
so I kept those subjects which I'm likely to forget in the last. Like forensic medicine, I'm weak at it. I like you. I am
okay.
very easily like I can forget IPCs and all of that stuff. It's very difficult for me to remember.
I
So
understand. Yes.
plus orthopedics. So like from the TND, you can get an idea ki which subjects you are strong in. So I used to keep those subjects earlier because I knew like I'm strong in these subjects. Even if like I study them after a month, I'll be able to like remember them. But the subjects I'm weaker in, I used to plan it like close to the exam. Like if I have exams like in a week, so I'll definitely revise those weak subjects of mine. Like for me, it was orthopedics, it was forensic. So I
Great.
like made sure that I do revise them just before going to
Right.
exam.
Yes, Ms. Shubham, I would also like to ask you one thing here. When you said you kept your weak or your volatile subjects rather towards the exam, did you also pay attention on whether those subjects were important for the exam or not, or you went with a mind frame that every subject is important and you have to be at some level in at least all subjects and excellent level in some of the other subjects?
Like definitely you like with some subjects you like you'll get less questions, but you need to know the subjects. You don't know the
Right.
examiner. He may give question from any of the topics.
And
So it's
and
up
I
to
think
him.
this
You are not the
is
one.
really important because there were a particular set of AIMS papers where we did have, like a lot of questions from orthopedics or some shorter subjects as
Yes.
well. So giving importance to every subject is definitely the key. And also, Shubham, I would want to ask you, is that we had touch with a good hit rate from the TND papers itself.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
did you keep them as a revision tool close to the exam as well?
Yes, ma'am. So I used to watch CID videos a month before, like when I was planning my revision. So I used to watch CID
Okay,
video. I used to cover those topics, and then I used to
right.
rush through the TND very fast because some of the
Good.
topics I must have read in the like CID videos wale part mein. So
Acha.
the TND wale part mein jo topic I used to miss, so I used to rush through that very fastly so that I was able to revise it in a well-framed time because you cannot like stretch your time as well.
That's true. That's true.
And
Wonderful.
ma'am, one more thing, like sir has like in one video, I don't remember that, he has given a formula ki how to divide your time according to the marks that is attributed to each subject. So I
Yes,
use that ki number of the marks that are there in one subject divided by the total marks multiply the days that you have. I think that worked very well for me. I used to like I used to pen it down on my notebook, and then had
right.
a schedule ready. Like okay, for next 15 days, I have to do those things, and so that like you can get a track of your progress as well. Ki whether you're going on a
But
right track, whether you're going very fast or very slow, so you can judge that thing as well.
okay, and I also want to ask you that which means if I gather from you correctly that when you are doing a preparation, your strategy at the beginning of the preparation is different as compared to strategy close to the exam, right? And
Yes,
I think
ma'am.
that's what you have also done. And anything else that you feel that a topper should do in order to get good a rank in the top-notch institutes and top ranks, because
I
people think
think
the toppers are from a different zone, whereas I think they are definitely everybody is similar. It's just that how much you know about yourself, about your strength weakness analysis, and how much do you work on your weaknesses in order to come up to a certain level. What would be your take on since everybody is doing hard work, and I think that's something which is inbuilt in doctors, right? So what
right.
would you want to sort of comment upon on that? What was the mantra for
Like,
you to get you into top ranks?
let me be very honest. I have never got 19 rank in any of the mock test, any of the CBT before. So I
Okay,
think the one mantra I would give like is to be positive and to always focus what you are like what are your weaknesses and then try to improving on them and simultaneously not making your strong points weak. You have to keep that point like in the mind. Like
right,
sometimes like even it used to happen with me also like I used to love obs and gynae like you taught us in the foundation years and like I
right.
was a big fan of obs and gynae. So
Oh,
like by
thank you so
then like
much.
after 3 years like you tend to forget certain things. So like
That's true.
before the preparation I used to think that my obs and gynae is very strong, but when I gave the test I was like like I'm living in a dilemma. No, it's not that. So I revised my notes like very like with very like open minded and very mindfulness. Yes, I need to revise those things, I need to retain them. Plus one more thing I would say that matters is revision. The number of the times you revise your notes, the better your chances are to get selected. Because like with revision, your mind tends to frame the connections. Like this time there was a question on key criteria for abdominal ectopic pregnancy. It was 2D Ford criteria. So like I used to remember it like this 2D Ford had the D in it, abdomen had the D in it. So like whenever that question came, I was like, yeah, so happy. Yes, my mnemonics or like my correlation thing is working.
And you know, it is also important to know into how much or what depth you need to go into something. See, that is what we try and you know, as teachers help you out on. So when I was teaching you all these criteria, if you remember, I used to tell you just know the names. Don't try and go and do a thesis on these, right?
Exactly.
So
like
know where you put where you have to put your energy into. So and therefore I will ask you, although you said, you know, this is the first time that you got ranked 19, and I think this is the best time to hit it as well, but do you think that giving the mock test, despite the fact that you might not have done very well, gave you an insight onto what you really need to do?
Exactly. Like I would say, because like we all study things, we all tend to forget. Like nobody is a genius, nobody can remember 100% of the notes. So you need to know where can you mark a question, like where can you guess a question in which subjects. Like there's a feature on eMedico's app where you can tick like I've guessed this question. So you can tick that and you can get to know ki kaun se subject mein you're getting your guesses right and in which subjects you're getting them wrong. So that will help you to focus, because mock test is not about getting the first rank every time. It is about to know your strength, as like strength to janna hai hi, but you need to know ki paper ko actually how to tackle that exam in the real, because you won't be having those features like guess kis question mein karna hai, and definitely you will have like 20-30 questions nobody would be like knowing their answers to. So building that thing is very, very important.
Right. And since you mentioned about those special features that we've given you on eMedicos, I would also want to know your experience about the material that we have provided you in eMedicos. Do you think that it was high yielding and made you focus on the right things?
Definitely, like CID videos, AIMS capsule, DVT review, everything is very high yielding. Like you can't tend to miss out on them. Like it should not be like with the starting of the preparation you try to focus on them, because these things are meant once you know those things. You can't keep them as your primary source. I'll study the AIMS capsule only, I'll go to the test and discussion. So that will not be sufficient.
Close to the exam, yes.
Yes, they need to be followed up like just before a month, like when you're revising your things. Because for me, like studying in a dividing time frame works. Like I cannot learn all of the thing in one go. So like for pharmacology also, like I used to study for half an hour every day, so that I have like so that I can retain for a longer duration of time, because pharmacology is very volatile. Like you can't remember everything. So I made sure that I study one topic every day for half an hour. That is it. And like at the end of my revision month, I was like, oh, I've already done pharmacology. I don't need to like pay like so much time to like कि फिर से पढ़ना है, ये मतलब फिर से याद करना पड़ेगा. I was like automatically remembering those things.
That's great. And I think something that has really helped you is to have an insight into what you really need to do. And I think that's what has pushed you as well into getting the top ranks. And I am absolutely thrilled and proud of you. And you're going to do great work as a specialist. And you're going to make a lot of difference. Yes, please go ahead.
One more thing I would like to add, like it is equally important to know what is not to study. And you need to put your trust in the notes that you have, because unless and until you have the trust in your notes, you will be like कि पता नहीं इससे आएगा कि नहीं आएगा. So just keep your tunnel vision on your notes only. You need to study this much and this much is enough, and don't need to go like into depths of the things. And the other thing is ki always stay positive. Do not think your rank as the ultimate thing. Always try to improve on the things. If you're improving, then you're definitely on the right track.
Yes, I think those are very, very important keywords. Having faith on what you are doing, because a lot of times tough journeys are about the faith that you have. right? Whether it is these exams or the tough situation that we are dealing with right now, which is COVID, right? We have to have that faith that we are going to come out of it as a winner, and that faith keeps us going. And the second thing that also is very, very important, which you said, is to restrict yourself and not have the fear of missing out, because there is a plethora of things available. And if you don't know how to restrict yourself, you will actually land up fooling yourself, because in the paucity of time we have, it is very important to focus on things which are high yielding and have a very high probability of being asked. And medical science is never ending, so I'm sure we'll all keep learning throughout our life. We are learning even at this stage, and learning never stops. So that is something that is very much a part and parcel of our life. But when it comes to exams, we have to definitely have high yielding material, and it's nothing better than having your own set of notes. That's what you've persistently said. Something that you can go back to again and again, and the more number of times you do that, the better you get at it. So I'll call back Dr. Sumay to continue the conversation with you, and I wish you a very bright future ahead. Keep smiling and stay connected. Love and good wishes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And so, Shubham, it has been such a pleasure to ask you your questions, and there are some questions that the audience on the YouTube channel have asked me to ask you. How many questions did you attempt in this AIIMS exam?
I attempted 187. So even I could relate to this as well. Like whenever I used to give mock test, I used to keep my attempt very high. So I used to get a lot of negatives. So then I worked on that ki negative bahut zyada and they eat up my positive marks as well. So I restricted myself. So I know that you need to keep your attempt high, but at the same time, you should know in which questions you can take the risk and which questions are to be avoided. There was a question on Pabst stain. I don't think so anybody, if anybody knew, that's a very good thing. But I think it's very hard to know the composition of a stain. So essay questions it's better that you leave such questions, and there will be certain questions like that examiner will tempt you to mark them, and you'll mark them and you'll get the negatives. So it's better that you know which questions to attempt to, and I followed your rule, sir. If I was able to rule out 2 options, I was attempting that question, and hopefully I think I got them right.
I think that's the right way to do. If you're able to rule out 2 choices, we should go ahead and do it. But if you have no idea about the question, you should leave it. Blind guessing will only get you negative. I think that's the right approach that you've done. And Shubham, now is the time where I will now ask you to give a motivating message to the future aspirants. What keeps you motivated? What makes you the high achiever that you are, and how will you help them, the future aspirants?
One message that I would like to give to everybody, that never get disheartened about your performance. Always think about where you went wrong and which areas you can improve on, and try to whenever you start your things, try to start from the easy topics first. Don't run after those difficult topics, because they're difficult for everybody. And always try to stay positive. And I enjoy talking to my mother, I enjoy talking to my sister. So whenever I used to feel low, I used to talk to them, and they used to motivate me a lot. Plus keep some time for the entertainment as well, because your mind needs certain kind of relaxation time as well. So I am not telling you ki go for 2 hours or 3 hours on a stretch. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes break is sufficient to make your mind again get in the position to learn new things. So keep some time for the entertainment also. Never get disheartened by your rank, and never treat your GTs and SWTs or CTs rank as a final one. They are the one they are telling you that you need to work hard, and you need to improve on your performance. So, but do give them, so that you can come to know which part you are weak in, which part you are strong in, and always trust your source, always trust your notes, and always believe in God. Definitely good thing comes to those who wish for them, and always stay positive. I think that is the one thing I would like to say. Never get disheartened. It's not all or none phenomena. So please stay motivated, and keep your things onto the positive sides always. If you're getting certain question wrong, try to think, why did you get it? Try to analyze your attempt, and then try to work on the things. You will definitely succeed. there's nothing special in those who are getting the high rank or those who are getting the low rank. It is always and always about persistence, staying motivated. And I wish like all of you all the best, and you all will do well.
A beautiful message by Dr. Shubham Sani. He is ranked 19 June 2020 AIMS exam, and he has actually told you that there is nothing, there's no secret formula. There is nothing special here. You need to work on your weaknesses. You need to constantly know what you are doing wrong. What is your weakness? Work on it, improve, and here you are at a rank 19. And he never got a rank 19 in any mock test, any grand test, but he did not let it affect his final outcome. So if you have not done well in this exam, tell yourself that you can improve. Everybody can improve. There's nothing like a final rank that you have gotten. You can actually improve in the further exams also.
Like so, you can write this down on a wall as well. Like this is work for me. Like from 10th standard, I've been writing things on my wall. So like I've written it. Yeah, I want to get top 50 names, and like I got in 19 rank, and that was unbelievable for me as well. Because that thing will help you motivated. Ki, yes, I want to work toward my goal and stay positive.
Yeah. And would you recommend DAMS to your juniors? Sure.
Definitely, sir. I've been recommending it like even before my selection as well. with DAMS, like you can like connect with everybody. They can solve each and every doubt, be it a silly doubt or be it a difficult doubt. And like everything with the DAMS is like definitely like DAMS is an emotion for the true sense. It's a family.
And as a part of our family, we are really, really proud of your achievement. And I am keeping my fingers crossed for the PGI results as well, and
yes, sir.
with the exams as well. And I'm sure you will make a great, great doctor in future. And stay in touch. Do let us know,
yes,
whenever you're visiting Delhi after the pandemic settles down. When you come for joining in AIMS, we'll love to felicitate you in the DAMS head office again. I wish you all the best. God bless you. We'll make the customary V sign.
Thank you.
God bless you, beta. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.